Today's topic is supply. Previously, we have covered demand at length and we discussed the definition of demand and then the law of demand. Then we move towards different shift factors of demand. Today's topic is supply. Now, if we look at supply, you would have by now clear idea of when we were talking about demand. We basically took two aspects and we kept two aspects in mind for creating demand. That was the willingness, and then the second one was the ability of the consumers to consume a product. Now, supply is created when there is willingness and ability of the producers. Here, the difference is producers to create goods and services to take them to market. So, definition is that they create so that they are willing and then they are able to produce the good that they take to the market. So definition would be incomplete if this is not there. If it would be incomplete if this is not there, it definitely would be nothing if both of them are not there. So it has to be both of them present when the producers have to produce and then they take it to the market. So the second aspect of it we see here is that supply has a positive relationship with price. Now what you have to keep here in mind is that price and supply having positive relationship, price is the independent factor, whereas supply is the dependent factor. So price becomes the independent factor. So the change in price causes change in supply, whereas they both have a positive relationship. They are directly proportional to each other. So when price increases, supply increases. When price decreases, supply decreases. If we look at the graphical representation of it, so we see that on this axis we have price, here we have quantity. Supply is, you would say, upward sloping. It shows a positive relation when the price is rising from P to P1, so is the quantity supplied. That is increasing from Q to Q1. So this is going to be movement along the upward movement along the curve. So the supply is basically, there's an extension in supply. Okay, if we move further with it, we see that demand schedule basically shows the different quantities that are given on a table at different prices. And then with the graphical representation of it, when we draw the curve, looking at the supply schedule, that is basically the supply curve that we get. Now, this is the question that you all have to answer. The question is, which of the following is the most accurate definition? If you look at the first one, the quantity of goods produced by the firm, you would stop here and be like, yes, this is something that creates supply. You're producing, but you are not saying that you are providing it to the consumers or not. The price of goods times the quantity sold. Is it that so? It says price into quantity. Basically, that makes revenue, not supply. There's a quantity of goods and services taken to the market and volume of output. This is the right definition of it, because it is first the quantity of goods and services. This last part is the most important one, that is taken to the market. It's not something you just keep on piling up, produce and keep on piling up, but you are taking it to the market as well. So that completes the definition. Then the second question comes for you all is that effective supply means like effective supply. So definitely, again, this is part question option C, because it says that what producers are willing and able. So willing and able and then take to the market. So this lies at the right definition of supply. If we move further with it, we see that then this is the schedule, the supply schedule, and this is the graphical representation of the supply schedule. And then you need to understand the difference between quantity supplied and supplied. So it's the same as we studied about the quantity demanded and demand. So basically, quantity supplied is a specific price at which at a certain point the supply happens. Okay, so it's a certain point on the supply curve, that is quantity supplied, whereas the range of prices is the supply. Range of prices is supply, whereas specific point or a certain point at the supply curve is the quantity supplied. Okay, so this is the question. Now, this is the supply schedule again given to you all. And then the question is that how plot the original supply of cheeseburgers per week for a small takeaway restaurant and the new supply. So this one is the original. Basically, these figures show the original supply curve. So first you have to draw the original one and then the new one. And then you have to show that what has happened to the new quantity supplied and what was happening in the old quantity supplied. So far we've covered supply, the definition of supply, the law of supply, and then we have we looked into the construction of supply as well. Thank you so much.